Good evening, everyone. I'm Marcus, and welcome to the wrong room, and also to Final Fantasy VII. Let me just press the button. You can probably tell right off the bat, I'm playing on the PC version, so it's the remastered version. That's the thing. All right, so the way I'm going to do this. All right, so this is a This is a Final Fantasy VII retrospective / comparison. What we're going to do, the premise of this is going to be, is I'm going to play the original game up to the point of the new game, up to the point where the new game, where the remake ends, and then I will play the remake up to when it ends. Then I'll go back to the original game, play to where Rebirth ends, and then play Rebirth. And hopefully in future, by the time all this has come out and all that, the next game will at least be on its way. So we'll be able to play towards that. And I think that's it till the end of the game. So we'll be playing all the way to the end of the game on that third one. And then hopefully we will be able to play the full final game. But that might be a while in the future. Let's hope I'm alive enough, long enough for them to complete it. Ignore that. It's just me closing my curtains. So we're going to start off by playing the game. We're going to play it through normally. And I'm going to talk about stuff to do with this game. There's a few changes in the remaster that weren't in the original. I know that for a fact because I've seen them. And of course I played through this on stream to see if I could find anything that I may not have known already. So I should know everything that's coming up. There's nothing to really surprise me. If something does surprise me, I'll be very surprised now. I'm going to try not to lay on too many screens so that we can play through the game without too much delay throughout. So I may be pushing quite quickly. I'm going to try and get all the stuff that I can think of to get. So we're going to start a brand new game. And here we go. And it's starting with the opening cutscene. I think it's a little bit quiet, but I can't turn the volume up from here. Oh, but I could on... Do I have a volume control on here? My Stream Deck does not have a volume control. Damn. I can't alter the volume right now. I don't want to stop the scene. So this is how the scene starts off. We have a space view, which is basically, as you know, in the game, it transitions into the embers of a flame or fire. No, actually, no, it's the embers of the live stream. Right. Why did I think it was a fire? I think that might be in the remake. I'm not sure. Oh, it's coming out of there. It's Mako Energy. I'm going to say Mako. If anyone hates that I call it Mako instead of Mako, I don't know. I think Mako just sounds right. I don't know which it is, but you can say either one if you want. And like I said, we're playing on the PC version, so the character models and all that are going to pop out a bit more than the backgrounds. And they may see suit details that aren't really in the original in terms of some jank here and there. I really love this opening. One of the main things about this opening is it's short, it's sweet, it gets you invested, it hypes you up, and it is awesome. It's just awesome. And then you just start. Like, it literally puts you straight into the game from the scene. No transition, no transitional fade to black or anything like that. I love the way this game just puts you straight in. And I think I timed this. This is one of the shortest starting cutscenes there is in a lot of games. So it's huge. Look how much they pop out of the background there. It's crazy. Okay, I will stop for a second once this scene goes through because we do need to turn up the game volume. It is a little bit low. I apologize for that. Especially compared to me. Come on, newcomer, follow me. Okay, first off, let me just click out so I can up the great game volume. Unfortunately, with the PC version of this, when you click outside the game, it will stop the whole of the game entirely, which is a bit unfortunate because I click out of the game a lot. There's a few games that do this, and it kind of annoys the hell out of me. I wish I had the option to turn that off so that I could play without that, but that's just how it is. Newcomer, follow me. I'm probably not going to do the voices. Okay, so out of the first thing here, they give you full control of the character to do whatever you want. There is a run button or a warp button. If you don't know the warp button, you will just walk forward. I think they will eventually tell you what the run button is. Also, something I didn't know until I found out on stream while doing a test session for this, you can actually walk behind here. There's actually 2 sections of this train you can walk behind. They made it so you can walk back into the train. You can't go anywhere and there's nothing there, but it's nice to have a little... It's nice to see that's actually there in the first place. You can also grab a potion off each one of these bodies, but once you get close enough to the... Oh, you can actually... Oh, okay, before triggering the event, you can get there. So when you get close enough to this one, they will trigger. And something I pointed out in the stream that I'm going to point out here as well, is this is entirely a tutorial level from start to end. Now, I'm not going to touch anything, because one of the main things about this as a tutorial is it doesn't tell you what to do. It's not telling you how to play the game. It'll give you tutorials like that later if you really need the help. But during this, it's letting you explore. So we have an attack option, we have a magic option with both ice and bolt as our options, and we have items. We have potions, ethers, phoenix down, that's all we start with. But as you can see, we're probably not going to need items, because these guys have attacked me about 5 or 6 times now, and I am still at 200 health out of 300. So it's going to be almost impossible to lose this fight, because you would literally have to just leave the game alone for a while for them to actually beat you. That's what I mean by tutorial. You can do whatever, and of course, they will die to a single attack. Now, that doesn't matter whether it's a physical attack or whether it's a magical attack. They will die to it. You can also, to left and right, you've got defend and change. Change changes which row you're on. So we're just going to show off that a bit. Change changes which row you're on, and defend buffs your defense for a turn. It's not a huge buff. Also, if you go into the back row, you get a buff to your defense, but you also lose attack at the same time. So it's a bit of a back row thing. There are characters that don't lose this. We're going to use magic just to show that magic works the same way as attacks, in that it does enough damage to defeat. In fact, it's stronger than its physical attack right now. Most characters will be like that. Now, we took a lot of damage, but that's because we just sat there for a while. When you're playing through it normally, you do not take that much damage. So that is your how to battle tutorial. That's it. That's the whole battle tutorial for now. We've got all this stuff. We can actually look at the entire menu. We could have done this before. We have a name. We are ex-soldier. We can also change our battle position in here, or switch where we are on the list. So we could do that. We also have limits, and these are limit breaks. If your limit break hits the maximum on the bar, it will activate, and you attack one opponent with your braver skill that is in the limit break. I can also change the config. I'm actually going to set the battles to active. I think this is better for me because active is the bar never stops. When it's someone's turn, it's someone's turn. It never stops, right? With recommended, I think it stops when you're casting magic and whatnot. And with wait, they'll wait for you to take your turn before their bars fill any further. So for beginners, you want to go with wait. Recommended is what they recommend you play under. And active is what I'm going to play under, which is a lot harder. But for less casual players, that is better. I'm also going to increase the battle speed to probably its maximum. And it's going to get us through the battles a lot quicker. I'm going to not put that all the way to, about here. We'll bring the field message up as well. I'm also going to change the window color because I always change the window color. It just makes things more interesting. I'm going to go for a bit of a... I want to go for a bit of a purple. Can I... No, that's more towards red. Can I go more towards purple on this? That's a bit pink. I want to go more purple. Can we... I think that's that. I think that's good purple. Purple? What color's Ned? Ned is like brown. Can we get brown out of this? Oh, I'm close to getting a brown. Is that brown? That might be brown. I don't know if that's a Ned brown, though. Might have to bring some of the colors up. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, I didn't really get much color out of it. And we can leave the rest as it is. And that'll be our new window color. And that's every window will be colored like that. And there's so many colors to choose from. And there's 4 different sections of the window. You can make yours however you want. This is how we're going to look. I don't care about the volume right now because I think we're good. I might want to turn it up actually a little bit. Turn the music up a bit. Yeah, so we're not having too much issues with that. And you can either customize or have your controllers normal. I think this is just normal anyway. And these are all my options and what I can do and everything. B is start. Okay, what is my, there's some buttons missing here. Where's the, oh, menu and switch. Okay, V and D are menu and switch. Those will be important to know later. And of course, cursor is initial and memory. I forget. Oh yeah, it puts it where it was. This will just put it where it starts off at, and this will be where it was when you last was in that menu. So, yeah. And I'm good with the magic order. Okay, so that's all that. I know I'm stalling a bit here, but that's because we got a lot to talk about on these. We got a stasis screen, which tells you about your strength, your magic, your attack, your defense, etc. You've got defense percent, which is your evasion, and a magic defense, which is always 0, I think, on the percent, because you can't evade magic. You can evade physical attacks, so magic works better in that way. You also have a screen for your elements that you can attack with. You can halve when you take off damage on. You nullify entirely and what you absorb. That'll be important later. Not very important right now. And same for effects. Effects that you attack with and effects that you protect against. I don't think anything's perfect, but you can reduce a lot. And then there's a list of our magic, which we currently have Ice and Bolt. And of course the item list, which we had before, where we can apply them to our character now or later. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's everything in this screen, and we're going to grab another potion from this guy. Alright, we got all the potions from this guy, and we're going to head on in. And this will be our first segment that's, oh, something I wanted to mention. That building, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, first off, you can tell that, alright, first off, that building we're going to see a little bit later. I'll point it out when we see it. But on a lot of these first maps, you can see other parts of the map on the next map or previous parts. So if we look down from here, we can see the platform we were just on. That's literally just where we just were. So it's showing that we came through. Oh, right, there are battles here. I forgot. Oh, new enemy. Alright, so we know a standard attack's just going to beat this guy. But this is a new enemy. He does 2 more damage than the other guy. He's not going to do a huge amount of damage as well. He does a little bit more. He's got a second move that does quite a bit more. Does double damage what the other guy does. If you attack him with a... Well, okay. I was going to say, if you attack him with a normal attack, he will not die from the first hit. He'll take 2 normal hits. I'm pretty sure he dies straight away from magic. And of course, if you use a limit break, which we're about to show here, he dies. Anything. At this point, anything you use limit breaks on, aside from bosses, will die instantly. And bosses aren't even that happy to fight them either. Alright, so up here we have our team that went on ahead of us. I am actually going to use a potion because we are a little bit... But it's just I'm not moving it. In the remake, you can see Barrett just down here. He's just like standing at a guard. You can't see him on this because he's not here. And actually talk... I think you can... No? You can't talk to Wedge beforehand? You do have this whole thing here. Wow, you used to be a soldier, huh? Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What are you doing with us in Avalanche? I'm not going to try and do the voices. He was in Soldier Jersey. But he quit and is with us now. I didn't catch your name. And this is where you first name your character. You can call him anything you want. You can call him... I don't know, Butt Munch. You can call him anything you want. Usually I just name him myself. Of which I can choose several names. Or I give him just some whimsical name. Or we did a randomizer on the stream where we randomized the number. We rolled a random number from 1 to 26 and picked a name based on that. We, however, since we are playing this, I'm playing this for a recording, we're going to leave it as Cloud. It's going to be Cloud throughout the game, just so I'm not confused by the by the names we put down. Clouder, I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. Ooh. The hell you all doing? I thought I told you never to move in a group. Target's the Nelf Mako reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. I already said I'm going to keep saying Mako because that's just what I like saying for the... If you think it's Mako, then fine, you can say that. But I'm just going to continue calling it Mako. Because I think that sounds better to me. Ex-soldier, huh? I don't trust you. And this is when we name our other character. Again, you can call him whatever you want, but we're going to call him Barrett. Because to us, he's Barrett. Press directional Y button. There you go. There, they tell you exactly how to run. Right there and then. And then, just as to show you how it's done. Also, we can see the reactor from here. He runs off. Right, so now you know how to run, because you know to hit the cancel button, which I've got to see right now. Now, I did mention there was going to be a building we were going to see later. And we're not going to see it yet, because there's a fight. Sorry. Too normal, guys. It's just like the first fight. No point in using magic on these guys. Just whack them. It's like whack-a-mole. Just whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole? 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 Huh. The way I say that sounds like whack-a-mole. Anyway. Whack them all. Just whack them all. Whack them all. And sometimes you'll get potions from them. Enemies randomly drop loot. There's a percentage table. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on the internet about it. But yeah, they drop loot and you can pick up the loot. And here we go. This is the building. This is the building that's showing on the map back at the train station. So that's interesting. Also, we got a sign that says intruder, and then probably intruder in Japanese. Fun fact, I actually originally thought this was like some kind of gate that you go through. It just looked like a gate to me for some reason. It's not. It's meant to be like a small building thing. There's nothing here except to continue onwards and, I don't know, fight some battles. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of explaining early on, so I'll probably try and do the explaining within the battles so that you don't, so I'm not pausing for long periods of time. Because there's a lot of stuff will be to do with battles and whatnot anyway, so. But in the early game, we'll probably have to stop a few times to do explanations, because I want to talk about stuff within the game and the comparisons. Wait, do we run through this section at all in the remake? I don't think we do. No, there's like some militaristic zone or something like that. Yeah, we do run over this though. This is in the remake as well. And he's just getting our escape route set up. So we're actually going out that way when we finish. And there should be a new set of enemies in here. Oh, we ran into them. Okay, cool. And these are the little enemies. They are little guys who can cast magic at this point. And yeah, because of some of the movement ways, they actually do have to like teleport to do stuff sometimes. Enemies can be like that, but they go down in one shot like everything else except for the dogs. We're gonna call them dogs for now. They're not actually called dogs. They got like a very specific name, but I'm gonna call them dogs because it's easy to remember. Alright, so those are the new enemies. So we already found the new enemies. I'm gonna go straight into the reactor. I didn't pay attention to what number reactor it was, but I don't think it matters that much. And here's Barrett! Yo, this is your first time in a reactor. No, after all, I did work for Shinra, you know? The planet's full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. The lifeblood of this planet, but Shinra keeps sucking out the blood with all these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture, let's do it. Alright, you come with me from now on. He's angry at us, basically. You talk to Jessie first. She'll say that's how they got the code for the door. You talk to Biggs first. She just does it. As you can see with the remastered version, you can tell what's gonna move because it's a lot better colored than the background. It pops out a bit, so you know that that's the bit that's moving. And code deciphered, and there it goes. You can see it disappear behind the background. I don't know how they do transition. That's cool. It's like when we go behind the background. Alright, so if you talk to Jessie first, she'll activate the door, so we want to talk to Biggs first. Think of how many of our people risk their lives just for this code. We only really see the 4 of you for a longest time in the game. I don't know what half the stuff in here is. But Jessie will decipher the code, and we will be taking Jessie from now on. Alright, but down here, there is a Phoenix down. Yep, definitely Phoenix down. I got that during my, I did like a playthrough of the of a basically no death run. I failed it because everyone died at one point. Basically, it's like a Nuzlocke. You can't use revives, so I had to sell those. That was completely useless to me in that. That's why I remembered so much, because I saw that and went, yes, an item! Oh, god damn it, an item I can't use. It's not a bad run at first. It's when you get to a certain point in the game. Like, the early game, there's no problems. You're never going to have a guy die if you play if you know how to play well enough. Now, am I going to break the lift like I did last time? Oh, it's broken. Okay, it's broken. You can see it's trying to put a 5 on the background, but it's not supposed to. It's flashing up a 5. It's not supposed to. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Little by little, the reactor... I can't word, apparently, today. Little by little, the reactors will drain out all the life, and then that'll be that. Not my problem. Planet's dying, Cloud. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and roboguards come. And he's angry. They basically have this conversation in the remake as well. I probably should have replayed the remake just so I had most of the details of the remake to compare properly. But they have this conversation. I don't believe there is a lift section in the remake. You just kind of just keep going until you get there. I don't think there's any time. This whole area is huge, but there's nothing in it. Like, nothing. You can go up those ladders there, but there's no point to it. There's nothing up there. It's also reused later in that section over there. We actually slide down that metal pipe thing that goes down. Oh, I got into a battle by stepping once. That happens sometimes. And we got some new enemies. And we got our new teammate who can attack the back row. And, of course, we're attacking the front row. Alright. So, here's the thing. When you're on the back row, you deal less damage. But you also take less damage if there's a guy in front of you. Only if there's a guy in front of you. This is included to the enemies. They do the same. If they're on the front row, they take more damage than if they're on the back row. If there's no front row, they're immediately classified as being on the front row. We're currently both on the front row, but I actually do need to move Barrett onto the back row. So that'll be the order and everything. If you change order in a battle, it will not remain after the battle. You have to do it through the menus. So putting Barrett on the back row, because I want to take less damage. He will not do less damage, because his weapon is ranged. Ranged weapons will do the same amount of damage on the front and back row. So you always want your ranged characters on the back row. And Jesse's just gonna tell us how to get down the ladder. Because we don't know how to get down the ladder. We don't know how to climb. You have to press the A button. Like I said, this is a tutorial section. You want to grab this potion right before you do this. And this is probably your last chance to talk to Jess before the other stuff. It says the same ordinary stuff. Now, first things first. Remember that she is here. It is very important. I believe in the remake they railroad you into actually doing this, so you don't get a choice. But if you fail to do this, you will run up to the top and you will have to come all the way back down again to get her. Yeah, because she's gonna hurt her leg later, and we gotta like help her out, and then she's just fine. Oh, she gets her leg stuck or something like that. And we got no way to deal with a lot of enemies at once, but like we said, Barrett can still hit the back row. Now note, even though it looks like there's 3 rows, there's still only 2. Those enemies at the back are actually on the back row altogether. And if we take care of this guy with the shooting arm, he will... Yeah, that... All of their attacks are back row attacks, but since they're using magic, magic is another thing that bypasses the back row rule. They're still on the back row, but... Oh, there we go. Let me break on Barrett. They're still in the back row, but their magic will do full damage no matter what row you're on. So, but your magic casters as well should be on the back row, not just your long-ranged characters. So if you get any magic casters, always put them on the back row. You get any long-range characters, put them on the back row. Make sure your fighting guys are on the front row. And usually I grind a bit and build up some potions, but we're going to rush through a bit more. There's not a huge amount to do, so grinding will just be a case of going back and forth for a bunch of times. But I'm pretty sure I can blitz this entire dungeon without... This is a dungeon, essentially. This is a dungeon level. I can blitz this entire dungeon without trying. We could save. However, you're not supposed to save in an active LP, are you? So we're not going to save. We're actually quite far into the time, despite not having gotten too far, which is a bit weird. We can also pick up this. This is a restore materia. Now the thing, we may get this restore materia now, but we will not be able to use it until like really late. In the remake, they make it so that you get the restore materia and then you can immediately use it, essentially. I think Jesse gives it to you. When we blow this place, it ain't gonna be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Couldn't you do it? Just do it. I gotta wait. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, I'll do it. Watch out. This isn't just a reactor. What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong, Cloud? Hurry up. Yeah, sorry. Feels like I'm talking to myself. When I don't do the voices, it feels like I'm talking to myself. And then immediately try to put the bomb on. What I would do is recommend saving at the save before doing the bomb, because you're immediately thrust into a boss fight. And if you don't know what you're doing, this could be bad. This thing is weak to electric moves, so we're going to be using lightning. It's weak to lightning, so we're going to be using lightning. Oh, and also limit break, obviously, because we have that active right now, so we might as well use it. If you get a limit break in the middle of a fight, the bar that you get for your active time battle gauge will super speed up to the top of the gauge. One thing you want to watch about this boss is when his tail goes up. What you want to do is stop attacking. And if you need to heal, just start healing. As soon as his tail goes up. He should search scope both characters before he does this for the first time. So you should be safe for a little while. And you may accidentally hit him while his tail is up if you already set a command before he puts his tail up. Right now, he's not putting his tail up, so we are good to keep attacking. Don't worry, it won't do a huge amount of damage no matter what, honestly. As long as you don't take your time, you should be good. Until, of course, he raises his tail, in which case, now we take our time. I'm going to leave it for a second, see what he does. Got a counter attack, and of course Barret attacks that moment. And there's this counter attack. At least we get to see the counter attack. And what we want to do is we want to potion up Cloud, and we want to potion up Barret. Just take this time while his tail is up, and then he will drop his tail relatively quickly. If you're in active battle mode, he'll drop his tail quickly. If you're not in active battle mode, let me just braver. If you're not in active battle mode, you can press, it's next to the cancel button. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a button that cancels out your turn. And what you can do is you can keep pressing that if you're in wait mode, and that should slowly speed up the enemy's timer. It does nothing in active mode because the timer's going to keep going. So his tail went up and down pretty quick. If you're in wait mode, it will probably stay up for quite a while. Just keep either doing nothing on your turn, defending, or cancel out your attacks, or just heal. Don't attack while his tail is up, because it will do damage to both your characters. It will do 70 upwards damage. If you want to train before it, and you get the assault gun there, which is a very important thing to equip to Barret. Now, it'll tell us 10 minutes to detonation. So you got 10 minutes to get out of here. Now, this might seem like a tough thing to do, but we actually have plenty of time to get out of here. Yeah, as long as you know the run button is the run button, you'll have plenty of time to get out. And of course, if you don't forget about Jesse, you'll have plenty of time to get out. We're going to keep going. We're going to pass that save point and go up. We are actually about 30 minutes in right now, so we may want to end this episode soon. Yeah, I did a lot of talking. So as you can see, she's got her head down and she's shaking it back and forth, and that means, oh no, there's trouble. Yeah, when I first played this, I went straight up and didn't bother with her, and that caused so much problems. I didn't even see that she was there. Her leg got stuck, and we basically helped her pull it out. of wherever it got stuck. You can actually race her up there if enemies don't spawn, damn it. Never mind. You want to kill all the enemies as fast as possible because your time is counting down. Now, it's not... You've got more time than you think. You've got a lot more time than you think. That really didn't do that much damage with his attack. His weapon isn't that great. Although we just upgraded his weapon, so it's a bit weird. His attack isn't that high, to be fair. He's also a level below us. So it makes sense. But she's going to get some distance on us. I think you can actually beat her to the door. Did she just slide up, powered up? That is new! That did not happen previously. Okay, thanks, Cloud, for getting back on the ladder. But she just slid, like, up the ladder as if she wasn't even climbing. She just, like, slid up. You won't see it past this point until we get to the top area. It only took us 2 minutes to get here. 2 minutes. On a 10-minute part. We're at the end. This is the end of this section. We can still get into battles in here. Jesse has the code for this. If you talk to Biggs first, you get the let's go. You can go anywhere here. Like I said, there are battles, though. You can go anywhere in this area. I would recommend getting as far to the end. If you're going to train in this area for this, I would recommend getting to the end of the section before doing the training part. So you have everything open. You're not waiting for scenes or anything. We got like 7 minutes left, and we just need to talk to 2 people and we're done. 2 people and run out. That's it. That's all we really have to do. There's not a huge amount to do. We also didn't see the big, heavy, like, tank thing. We didn't see the sweeper. This whole time. Alright, talk to Jessie, and she deciphers the code. We talk to Jessie again. He's saying, be careful. And we talk to Biggs, and he deciphers the code. And we are basically ready to leave once I find that enemy, I think. I want to find that enemy that we never got to fight. I'm getting lots of messages in the middle of this. I kind of want to go find the sweeper enemy. The sweeper enemy is one of the main enemies in the remake. You see these guys in the remake a fair amount. Mainly in the Shinra areas, including this and the reactors and whatnot. But the sweepers you see everywhere, like every which place. So they are a big staple for the remake. Although I don't think they are so much in the I think they're only here. They might only be here in this. Oh, I can't go back out. Yes, I can. Alright, I got like five and a half freaking minutes left. I got like 6 minutes left almost. Yeah, I'm coming back down because I believe they're in this section. I know they're in here somewhere. And you know what? We can go show that this doesn't really do anything. That ladder is not interactable. And you just walk around the back here. There's nothing here. Is this the enemy? No. These guys are kind of slow. They wait out. They stall out your time when they attack. I think it's just to get you pressured, to make you feel pressured. This is just basically they're trying to get you used to running from a timer when a timer comes up, so you know not to like dally around. But of course, because they give you so much time, you kind of dally around anyway. Plus, I want to get that one enemy I did not show yet, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know why I haven't found it yet. I can go down here. Honestly, I can go down and round. I won't be too much pressure. It only takes like 2 minutes to get back up. I'll open that. You know, I'll just head back up again now. Doesn't take that long at all. I'm getting bad luck with getting these sweeper enemies. I don't know why. But technically it's good luck because you don't really want to fight them because they're quite tough. But I want to show them off, so I'm kind of hoping to get these enemies, and they're not showing up at all. The guy, I think, died in one hit. It is good experience, but it's not what I was hoping to do. Now, these early episodes will probably run on a little bit long. Save points are a thing with this, and they can get annoying. Just try to find this one enemy, and then we can leave. They usually spawn quite a lot around here, so I'm kind of surprised I haven't ran into one yet. No, no, no. It's these guys again. There's like specific enemy patterns you get. And we're down to 3 minutes. We'll have to go up to the top floor soon. I've run out to find this enemy. I got like probably 2 chances to find battles with them in. Before I got not enough time left. See, look, I've wasted so much time, and yet the timer is still, I got like 3 minutes left. You are not in a rush when you do this. You also won't be looking for that one specific enemy that is still not showing up. God, that guy's slow. Yeah, he's really not showing up. I love how these enemies have their first turn be the enemy sighted. That's literally their first turn is enemy sighted. Oh, we missed. There's the evasion system in play. The higher your defense percent, the more chance you evade. Pretty good. And come on, guys. It's probably not going to take us 2 minutes to get to the end, even if we get into a battle later on, but I just want to make sure I've got enough time. I would like to see the sweepers, but if we don't find them, we don't find them. Damn it. Alright. I guess we're not finding them. I don't know if I've got enough time to find the sweepers. Especially with how slow these guys are. If we see them on the way out, we see them on the way out, but it's looking like we're not going to see them at all. That's all there is to it. Got 2 minutes to get it back up top, and do I risk going for one more fight? You game over if the timer runs out. That's basically it. No, I can't risk it. I gotta go. Damn it. Yeah, it says 6 on that floor, and it'll say, actually, it says 6 on this floor. It will say 7 when you press down to the other one. It really doesn't take long to get out, but if you get into a fight, you lose like half your time. So I gotta stay here. I probably could have gone a little bit under 1 or 2 minutes. I'll see if they turn up here. I don't know if they're in this table of enemies, though, for this floor. And that's it. These will be the last enemies. They're too slow not to be. They're too slow not to be. They're going to waste all my time. Look how slow their attack is. It takes 5 seconds for them to do an attack. At least he's dead. Yeah, we ain't got enough time left. 50 seconds. If we run into those guys again, we're screwed. In fact, if we run into the one we were looking for again, then we're screwed. So we're just going to go. 48 seconds left. Unfortunate that we had to use up the entire time and still did not find a sweeper. Not a single one. I mean, we could have found it before the boss, but I didn't think we were not going to run into it. That's so surprising that we never saw the sweeper. I'll have to point them out in the remake. The sweepers are everywhere. It won't be hard to point out. Remake has a much bigger areas. These are a lot smaller than the remake ones. I would probably still be doing the first chapter, I think, if we were doing the remake right now, which we probably will do. Yeah, so we're gonna break our way out of the reactor, and this is basically the first part of the game. I can't think of where the next save point is. Oh, I know where the next save point is. Alright, let's get out of here. Rendezvous at Sector 8 station. Split up and get on the train. Hey! About your money, wait till we get back. So that is the tutorial dungeon. There's a few extra things to do before we finish off here. And then we will end up back at another place, which is basically a tutorial area again, and a bit of plot dumping. Other than that, we are done for this section, and I will see you in the next episode. So, thanks everyone so much for watching. For now, we're done here. See ya!